Alright, welcome back folks. If you remember, in the last video we had a look at the Moondrop Quarks. I was not very impressed with the actual sound coming from those quarks. So what we're going to do today is we're going to compare them to a couple of IEMs. Just to be clear, what we did since the last video is I took the Quarks and I connected it to my iPod Classic and I left it playing for as long as it would play, and then when I came back and double checked it was playing. If it wasn't, I made it play. So it's probably had about 15-16 hours of playback. I did notice a significant difference in the bass response, so we're going to have another go. My favorite bass response song has been up until now Hotel California, because I like that. Not just any Hotel California, it's the one from live on MTV 1994, and I like the reverberation in the drums. I'm going to give that a go, then I'm going to compare that to my KZ ZEXs. Now the ZEX are the electrostatic version. You can feel the music's got more dynamic range. Here comes the bass. Oh my word, what a difference. What a difference. I just can't tell you. There's so much more thump in that bass. The reverberation goes on for about half a second after the actual drum hit. Going with a better one would be Wish You Were Here from Pink Floyd, because there's an introduction whereby I can never hear what they're saying. I googled what the first words in that track was, so unfortunately I'm now kind of hearing them because I know what they're supposed to be. So now we can swap these over, switch it off, and we'll move on to the Quarks. Right off the bat, I've got to tell you the Quarks actually delivered the detail a little bit better than the KZ ZEXs. So let's go on a little bit. I was able to hear what was being said. Okay, the guitar is nice and clear. Let's go to Hotel California and see how that renders. I think this works out well. I'll use these for my Teams meetings. I can hear what's being said then. I'll tell you, the Quarks seems a more natural sound. As much as we're trialing the different IEMs here, we're also trialing the codecs. Fat Charlie has loaned me one of his sets of IEMs, where I'm actually going to do a review. The Simgot EA500. The greatest feature of Simgot is that it has the ability to change nozzles. The nice part about that is not just that you can change nozzles, it's just that you can have different tunings. Also, it's easier to keep them maintained. You can put the nozzles in warm soapy water and you can clean them. And it just makes life a lot easier, because I understand from Moondrop comments I've heard in the past is that their biggest warranty claims is actually when they stop working is due to earwax build-up in the IEMs. So these Simgots I'm going to try. I've got my own Moondrop spring tips nozzles on here, ear tips, yeah, not nozzles. So I'm going to put them in and give it a bash. There we go, the right one and the left one. Let's jump back and switch on the codecs. We're going to put the volume at about 75 as we did before. And we're going to play Wish You Were Here. Short answer is it's a little more detailed than the Quarks. I was able to pick up a little bit more of what was being said. Let's just see how it renders the guitar now. Oh, it hiss in the background of this song. He's clearing his throat again. Okay, that gives me a warm, mushy feeling. That was just good. Very good. Let's have a go at Hotel California. A little bit loud there. Let's bring it back a bit. I'm no expert, but I think this has got a bit more U-shaped tuning, whereby the bass is emphasized a little bit and the treble's emphasized a little bit. I heard it seem a touch on the bright side for me. I'm not one of these experts who can give you all the different, terms and bright, dark, whatever, but it did seem a little bright for me. Give it a little bit more, a couple of seconds, but the detail's good. Let's try this Araya. On this one, I've got to pull the volume back a little bit more. No, that was good. A little bit bright, but it's good. The detail's there for me. I can hear things. And what we should do is move on and let's try the Sennheisers, the HD600s. Let's take these out. I've got these for a few more days, so we will play some more. Let's see if my opinion changes. So I'll switch it off. But really a nice pair of earphones. And the real interesting bit about these is that they're only $79.95 from our friends at Linsol. Remember what I said? You can clean these nozzles. And this is why I bought the Moondrop Katos, which I still need to have a go with. Right, let's plug in the 3.5mm cables. All right, switch this on. This codecs and these Sennheisers are such a good match. I've had enough. I just really enjoy the sound of the HD600. Back onto Hotel California. Okay, it's a different experience to the IEMs. I really enjoy it. The codecs and the Sennheisers, oh, it's just, it just works. What did we end up with the volume at? 75. I don't know if it's crushing the dynamic range, but it is so pleasing to listen to. What have we discovered tonight? Well, certainly these Quarks benefited from a run-in period or burn-in period, and they're a lot better. Having just played the Sennheisers, let's go back to the Quarks, shall we? The Simgots, they're very good. Make no mistake, they're very good. The KZs, the ZEXs, the electrostatic version, I haven't really played them too much. Maybe I should do a run-in with those and compare them at some other stage. But I think the IEMs, definitely the Simgot EA500s are the best. And I want to come back now to the Quarks and switch off the codecs, remove the 4.4 with the adapter, put it back. Let's see how this plays out. I specifically want to play Orion now. I think that the headphones just outclassed these earbuds. The Simgot, they came the closest to the headphones. They really did. But like I said earlier, it's an unfair advantage because the codecs was running balanced for the headphones, which is delivering a lot more current than voltage. Anyway, folks, thanks for putting up with me and listening to the video. The Quarks are staying. The Quarks are going to be my reference point to say whether something's good or bad.